This girl had the ability to foresee death. She had just handed a drawing to a man, and in the very next moment, a suspended steel beam suddenly fell. It plunged straight into the man's chest. 2 minutes earlier, the girl had been quietly sketching in the corner of a wall. She suddenly seemed to hear something strange and furrowed her brow. She flipped open her sketchbook and began rapidly moving her pencil across the page, all while glancing around nervously as if searching for something. At that moment, a man and woman walked out of a nearby shop. They caught her attention. The girl quickly finished the drawing, ran up to the man, and handed it to him. The man was puzzled by the girl's panic and sudden departure. When the couple looked at the drawing, their expressions turned to shock, but they quickly dismissed it, thinking it was just some kind of prank. However, as they passed a construction site, a steel beam being hoisted overhead suddenly broke free. It fell straight down and stabbed through the man's chest. Even more disturbing, the entire scene was exactly as shown in the girl's drawing. The police quickly arrived at the scene. When they learned about the drawing, they were deeply disturbed. They located the girl and questioned her. How had she drawn the accident before it happened? But the girl had no explanation. She said the image had simply appeared in her mind. Just as the police tried to dig deeper, her father suddenly appeared. He rushed to pull her away, putting an abrupt stop to the conversation. It turned out the police were not the first ones to come looking for the girl. The father didn't want his daughter taken away and turned into a lab subject. He pleaded with the officers to let her live a normal childhood. His words left the female officer speechless. Looking at the terrified expression on the girl's face, she lowered her head silently. She handed the father her card and walked away. She wanted to help the girl, but she didn't know where to start. The next day, the girl boarded the school bus as usual. Suddenly, she heard that strange sound again. She immediately opened her sketchbook and began drawing the image that appeared in her mind. Once finished, she scanned the passengers and locked eyes on a particular man. She was certain he was the one from her vision, but by the time she looked up again, the man had already gotten off the bus. The girl quickly asked the driver to stop and ran after him, but he had vanished into the crowd. She decided to contact the police again and arranged to meet them. When she arrived, she handed them a new drawing, and as the female officer looked at the image filled with lifeless bodies, she froze in shock.